Today I have Paul Peters with me, the Director of Cyber Resilience Centre for Wales. The Cyber Resilience Centre launched last week and it is set up to support and protect businesses and third sector organisations in the country against cybercrime. Paul, thank you very much for joining Acorn Technology today. Firstly, straight off the bat, for those individuals that haven't come across yourselves yet, what does the organisation do and how's it all come to fruition of launching last week?
It's very much based on the Scottish model. Up in Scotland, there's been a Scottish Business Resilience Centre that's been there for, I think, about 12 years. So about 2 years ago, the Home Office piloted 2 centres across the UK, in the North East and in Greater Manchester. And since then, they've rolled this out across the UK. It's very much a police, private sector, academia partnership, and our aim is to increase the cyber resilience across Wales in businesses, third sector, public sector, but our main focus is really on helping SMEs and micro businesses.
How many cyber attacks happen each year in Wales? Is there a number for that out there? Is there an estimate?
I think that's a really difficult question to answer. If I just refer to action fraud data, including fraud and cyber, and obviously a lot of fraud results from cyber, there's about 14,000 reports in 2020, which is a reported loss of about just short of £40 million. However, what I would say is there's so much underreporting. Certainly, in my experience, I've spoken to many businesses that have been hit, whether with ransomware or other attacks, and they don't tell the police, they sort it themselves. So it's really important that we encourage reporting of it, because the more we know about these crimes, the better intelligence the police have, and the better advice we can give and support to businesses. I mean, I can refer to other studies. There's one study I'm aware of that says almost half of businesses have been subject to a cyber attack in the last 12 months. So it's certainly rife out there, but I don't think the figures, the reporting figures, really do it justice.
So I guess the challenge with it all is, the transparency and the reporting and organisations coming forward. But out of those 14,000, which is still a really high number, what are the most common threats for the average SME business across Wales? What are the most concerning threats out there, sort of day to day?
I think the predominant ones are ransomware and phishing emails, and there's probably a certain amount of denial of service attacks on websites, which obviously can bring a website down and affect business. But what I would say is ransomware is probably the main one. And when I say phishing emails, that's really the attack vector. So it may result in a fraud, or it may result in network access, which could then lead to sort of data theft. So they would be the main concerns, I would say.
Sure. And we all see phishing emails every single day. I guess the latest round is all the text messages for your parcels and having to pay to get a parcel delivered, which you can't even remember ordering. So no, I get it. It is common, but for organisations that are looking at cybersecurity, it being a big threat to their organisation, what does cyber resilience really mean to a normal SME across Wales? What would it mean for an organisation to sort of have that seal of kind of cyber resilience, and how does that affect the way that they work and kind of do business?
Okay, I would probably say right, that a business or organisation needs to have the ability to prepare for, to respond to, and to recover from a cyber attack. So for me, that brings together information security, business continuity, and the organisation's resilience. It's about ensuring that generally simple safeguards are in place. So if you look at the National Cybersecurity Centre, they have the 10 steps to cybersecurity. They also have the Small Business Guide to Cybersecurity, which are really valuable, really valuable sort of places, bits of advice. But I also think it's important that those at the top of the organisation also have that understanding of the cyber risk. And then it's about creating a culture of cybersecurity within the company, because your weakest link is quite often one of your employees who will see the phishing email, not maybe take too close a look at it, and unfortunately click on a link which they shouldn't, which could open access to that network. In relation to quantifying it, certainly from the Cyber Resilience Centre of Wales, we would be recommending Cyber Essentials as a minimum. And clearly, if you spoke to us, we would then sort of discuss sort of other options that could potentially put in place, but Cyber Essentials would be the minimum.
And it's a challenging topic, isn't it? You know, let's be honest, a lot of especially around the phishing side of things, some of the emails that we all get are increasingly becoming really, really clever. I clicked on one sort of by mistake the other day, which, you know, it did look genuine. It came from a supplier which I recognized, and it was only after a chain which I sent into our IT department afterwards. I was like, I think I've just fallen for a trap that I shouldn't be falling for here. And I guess every business I speak to are in a similar boat. It's one of those where it's, you know, we have the layers of information security, there's training, there's awareness, but then it's really being ahead of the curve in terms of what's next. And what can the centre do if you're a business in Wales that, is it a case of you'll point people in the right direction for the right levels of kind of support and training that they would need based on their organisation, or what do you offer back into businesses?
There's a number of things. So we offer guidance to local businesses. We'll offer updates on the latest threats. Our membership package that we offer has various levels, basically to sort of cater for the various types of businesses across Wales. We also have our student services. So these are handpicked students from local universities across Wales who will deliver a number of services. Broadly, those services are open source intelligence investigation, vulnerability assessments, policy review, and security awareness training. So if I just pick on one of those, so open source intelligence investigation, we were just talking about phishing emails. Well, some of the best hackers will see what's out there already about you, and they will craft that phishing email to make it more believable to you. Obviously, you have the other phishing emails then that are potentially offering something for nothing, and you know, may have a time limit on it, or for example, you know, if somebody's looking to sort of deceive you into sort of sending a payment to a different address, you know, if they do it at 4:30 on a Friday, people are less likely to sort of scrutinise the emails. So there's various bits of advice we'd be able to provide. Also, we're signposted to trusted partners who are IASME certification bodies, and they can assist then with the Cyber Essentials accreditation certification. So again, if there were complex needs, we're a safe place to come to sort of direct companies to trusted partners.
From what I understand, you know, there's a big collaboration across the CRC between policing, academia, the private sector, and then sort of all the partners and the third sector that you kind of, you know, you merge all together, don't you, so that you become the Centre for Wales. How does that work, and what is the benefit engaging with academia and sort of policing for the private sector?
I think certainly from policing, we bring an element of trust. We're not in this to make money. We're in this to sort of raise awareness of the sort of cyber vulnerabilities to businesses, etc. So we're not in it for the money. Any revenue that we make would be generated back into that aim of increasing cyber resilience across Wales. So I also think we bring the experience of policing, we bring the experience of business, whether they be sitting on our boards. You know, we've got some significant businesses coming to the board. We've also got an advisory group which has people like Companies House, law firm, Chambers Wales. So all this sort of experience is being ploughed into the centre, and then you've got academia, and you know, with those students, it is very much about developing them, creating a sort of talent pipeline for business for the future. And I think, you know, it's for the students, it's very much about gaining that sort of real life work experience that will set them up hopefully for the future. So yeah, there's a lot of expertise that's been brought together, and also we've got the 10 IASME accreditation bodies in Wales who are all signed up to support us, our trusted partners. So clearly there's a great deal of technical expertise there that we can call upon.
Brilliant. It makes complete sense, and obviously knowing yourself, knowing Michael and the team there, you've done a lot of incredible work behind the scenes to be able to get to this point and launch a cyber resilience centre for Wales, like in other regions. Yeah, I know lots of businesses are engaging with you in terms of what's next and how they're able to feed off the support you're able to offer. But if there are organisations out there that do want to learn more and they want to see what it means for them and how they can take guidance from the centre, what's best, the website, how would they get in touch, what's the best route to kind of learn more?
Yeah, I mean, we have got a Twitter account, we have got a LinkedIn account, but I would say the website is probably the best place to go to, which is www.wcrcentre, so WCRC Centre, if I can say that right, .co.uk. So yeah, if you go there, you can sign up for core membership, which is free, and within 2 days, you'll get a call from one of our work placement students who are working with us, just to sort of set up an appointment with my detective inspector, who can then talk to you about sort of any needs that you may have and provide further guidance. So very much our paid membership, we've got free membership, but our paid membership is very much really to suit different business needs, and we would love to sort of discuss that with you as to what the best option was.
It's brilliant. So as a starting point, you know, if you're an SME in Wales, or any business size, I guess, but if you're an SME watching this and you think, how can I benefit and get support from the centre, go to the website, sign up online, and your detective will be in touch, or one of your students will, and they'll kind of guide through the process of when you come for a device where, and you'll signpost in the right directions, and then see if there's any upgraded packages that are worthwhile based on the organisation. Is that kind of sort of how it works then? Yeah.
It's very much about what's right for the client, not about what's right for us. We aren't there to make a profit. As I say, clearly we want a revenue so we can sort of, do events and promotions and sort of support what we're doing. But our priority is to do what's right by that business.
Brilliant. Well, best of luck. I know lots of businesses will be in touch, and this is certainly good for Wales, especially as cybersecurity affects every organisation and every walk of life that we all walk through. Paul Peters, thanks for joining, and hopefully catch you soon with Acorn Technology. Take care.
Thanks very much. Cheers.
Bye.